Well, 'tis the season for springtime concerts, and the Winnipeg Pops Orchestra has a unique offering coming up that will showcase what it does best in this city. Fun arrangements for an entire orchestra made of community members. This concert is something of a celebration of the summer blockbuster, as well as a couple of other favorites that folks will certainly recognize. Tony Cyre is the conductor of the Winnipeg Pops Orchestra, and he joins us in the Classic 107 studios to give us a bit of a preview of what we can expect from this springtime concert. Nice to see you, Tony.
Good to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. With this springtime concert from the Pops Orchestra, what can people expect to hear?
Well, they can expect to hear a medley of not movie themes, but a medley of selections from, say, Star Wars.
Awesome.
We're doing all the music from Titanic.
Fantastic.
We're also doing Pirates of the Caribbean and those kinds of movie themes. Am I forgetting anything here?
I'm sensing a bit of a nautical theme.
I thought of that as I was starting to rehearse this, but not really. And, of course, Lord of the Rings.
Aha.
Which there's some beautiful music in that one.
Such gorgeous music in those movies.
But, nautical theme, and I thought maybe let's do Pirates, and then we'll go into, there's also a thing we're doing called Into the Storm. So we could do Into the Storm, go to Pirates, and then Titanic, and wind up with a thing to Blue Eyes, and it's a happy ending, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you mentioned the Blue Eyes thing is a tribute to the music of Frank Sinatra. What maybe you can give us a bit of a hint about some of the familiar Sinatra tunes that will be featured?
Yeah, That's Life.
Awesome.
The 70s tune that he came back with after his career was kind of sagging a little bit, and he got a nice arranger to do that for him. What is it? The Lady is a Tramp.
Awesome.
And then the classic, which is, when I say the word classic, all I can hear is the bass clarinet line.
I've Got You Under My Skin?
Got You Under My Skin. The great, arrangement. And so we're doing that. That's three of the tunes in that one.
Okay.
And, of course, Strangers in the Night.
Aha. Yeah, you can hardly...
So for the biggies, for Frank,
Absolutely.
In the modern era of Frank,
So, yeah, right. In addition to these pieces of music, I'm also noticing that there is a partnership in this concert with a local theater company. What can you tell us about the Springfield Theater Company and what their contribution is to this concert?
Well, they have a major contribution. We're doing an arrangement called Selections from Wicked. And we all know that show actually played here at the concert hall a number of years ago, a touring production.
Yes.
And I went to see it, and it just blew me away.
Such incredible
music,
show.
Great arrangement that we're doing. But the Springfield performing artists, they call themselves Space. They're adding the vocal parts to this Wicked arrangement. It's a Wicked arrangement, by the way. And they're doing a great job. Those kids, like they're, I don't know, maybe 12 to 17, 18 years old. And under the direction of Betty Asiero. Mm-hmm. And they're doing a great job, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you get all you get the Defying Gravity, you get Popular maybe.
Exactly.
And For Good. Oh, yes.
Yeah. All the tunes that you know from the show Wicked are in there.
Yes. Well, and lots that takes from the sort of classical canon in that score by Stephen Schwartz also. That would be very interesting
to
hear.
So it sounds like you know your musicals.
I get around.
I'm sure you do.
I try. Anyways.
Knowing your background, yeah.
Well, so this is all such a wide range of music here, Tony, and this is quite an ambitious program for somebody who has only been the conductor of this orchestra for a short time. Maybe you can tell us about how you came to be the conductor of the Winnipeg Pops Orchestra 5 months ago.
Well, I've been in the orchestra only about 3 years, I think, to maybe 4 years. So the former conductor, who was Owen Clark, he chose to go on holiday every January.
Okay.
So he needed somebody to sub for him for 5 weeks. 6 weeks, something like that. And so I volunteered. I figured, hey, could be fun.
Sure.
Because that's where the action is, right? The conductor, as opposed to, maybe the percussionist in the back row. The conductor's got the little white stick, and doesn't make a sound. However, has a big influence on what the whole orchestra sounds like, right?
Yeah.
As you know. And so I did that 1 year, and they asked me to do it again the next year. And then he retired from the orchestra, and they were looking for somebody to, take over for him. And I said, okay, why not? Let's do it. And so, but, I've been a student of conductors ever since I started playing with the orchestra.
Yeah, the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra.
Winnipeg Symphony. And, I was paying attention to how they did things. I don't know why, but it was always fascinating as to how they got the results they did. And it's, of course, I went to music school and got a music degree, and then, taught band for a few years. So I was up in front of a group of people, but not 60, 65 people.
Right.
Maybe 30 people. They were all like 14, 15 years old. So
that's got its own challenges, though, too, though.
Definitely a little different dynamic.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's been fun. The Winnipeg Pops Orchestra is a great group of people.
Absolutely.
They just want to play, they want to have fun, and they want to make the best music possible.
And a wide mixture of players, too. Everybody from the community to some professional players.
Some professional players, some former professional players. It's a real mixed bag of, players, and they all have the same thing in common. They want to continue playing, and there's not a whole lot of opportunity for them to play. There's the Winnipeg Symphony.
Yeah.
And there's the Manitoba Chamber Orchestra. There's other orchestras and ensembles, but nothing the size of a real orchestra.
Sure.
With the full complement of strings, woodwinds, brass, and percussion. So it's the full experience for those players.
And you mentioned that experience was one that you had as a player before becoming the conductor of the orchestra. Right. Finally, taking this on as its conductor full time. What was that transition like for you? First, even going back a bit further, you were playing in the orchestra for the longest time. You were playing in this orchestra. Now you're the conductor of this orchestra. How has that transition gone for you to be able to stand in front of the ensemble?
I think it's gone very well. There's always challenges when you're trying something, a little outside of your comfort zone. But I think it's been a lot of fun. I've learned a whole lot. And I told the orchestra a few weeks ago, I said to them, hey, I'm not perfect. It's a learning curve. And we're just going to make some good music the best we can and see what happens. Take it from there.
The good music will continue past this springtime concert as well, I think, Tony. As you look ahead to this next season of the Winnipeg Pops Orchestra, what sorts of music are you excited to present that maybe wouldn't have been a part of the Winnipeg Pops Orchestra's repertoire in previous years?
Well, excuse me. They divide their season in half. So the first half of the season is September to December, and they focus a lot on Christmas music, whatever Christmas means to you, or that holiday season.
Sure.
So we're going to do some of that. I'll be doing that part of the season, and then we have another conductor who will be taking over January to May. His name is Rick Hemmerling.
Okay.
And so he'll be doing what I'm doing right now, but I'll be doing the Christmas part next year. So I'm excited about doing some of that repertoire. Also maybe incorporating some Christmas audience participation numbers, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a totally different thing and a lot more casual, not casual, but a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
Because everybody will know the tunes, I'm sure. But there's some arrangements. We have a terrific arranger in the orchestra, Phil Wanless, who's done a number of arrangements already for the orchestra, and we'll do some more this year and next year and for years after, I'm sure. But
Yeah, a true community endeavor. So exciting. This concert, their springtime concert with the Winnipeg Pops Orchestra taking place this Thursday, May the 29th, 7 o'clock at the Lutheran Church of the Cross in the West End on Arlington Street. For more information and to get your tickets, you can visit winnipegpops.com or check out our website, classic107.com, and the Classic 107 app.
And they also have tickets available at the website eventbrite.com.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and it's linked on your website all perfectly.
Yes, right.
Yeah, it's all. Well, they'll find them.
And I'm sure you can get tickets at the door if it's a last-minute decision.
It seems like that as well. You can also email questions to winnipegpops@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Plenty of ways to get in touch to get your hands on some tickets for Thursday night's concert.
That's right. It's coming up pretty soon.
Absolutely. Tony Cyre, thank you so much for joining us here in the Classic 107 studios, and all the best for Thursday's concert.
Well, thank you. It's been a real pleasure, and hopefully we can meet again sometime.
First of many.
Okay, great.